Coming up on Aggie News, Aggies are in full effect and our alum and active students are doing big things. We'll also get you ready for the holidays with some helpful information on how to make it through final exams and be at your best so you can have a phenomenal holiday season. It's a feel-good and fun broadcast with news on sports, entertainment, and much more. It's all up next, right here on Aggie News. We'll start this morning off with changes coming to campus as soon as next semester. Barnes & Noble Education Company announced it will partner with North Carolina A&T once again to manage its bookstore. They will transition operations this month. Reporter Amaya Connell has more.
Recognizing Barnes & Noble's college product range, customer service, and student support, North Carolina A&T chose to repartner with BNC for bookstore operations, citing its strategic vision as a better fit for the university's mission to provide affordable, high-quality education and foster Aggie pride. Associate Vice Chancellor of Campus Enterprises had the opportunity to share her excitement about the repartnering. The move is a strategic one by BNC after significant financial challenges for the company. In fact, in its fiscal report for the first quarter of 2025, the company revealed a staggering cumulative net loss of $112 million. It's unclear if students will be able to use their flex dollars at Starbucks, but the First Day Complete program is returning bigger and better. Starting spring 2025, students will receive all required textbooks, lab manuals, access codes, and digital materials in a convenient bundle with an average savings of 35 to 50%. Reporting from the North Carolina A&T bookstore, Amaya Connell, Aggie News.
Thank you, Amaya. Campus is undergoing some changes, but one thing is for certain, and that's advocacy.
Despite the presidential and local elections being over, several A&T organizations hosted an event to discuss how Black students could stay civically engaged after the election. Political reporter Avery Patterson tells us how.
You got ancestors, shoulders to stand on. Don't y'all let us dang on it down now.
On Monday, A&T's Division of Student Affairs, the Office of Leadership and Civic Engagement, the Zeta chapter of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated, and Student Action Coalition hosted an event called Beyond the Ballot. Panelists featured were all members of civic engagement organizations around Greensboro. They emphasized the importance of knowing the history of civil rights.
So we don't have to recreate the wheel. We can look to history to understand and help us guide our steps forward.
Panelists also discussed new policies that could threaten A&T's HBCU community, including the controversial Project 2025. Although many students shared that they were disappointed after the election results, they also shared something else, that this event gave them hope.
Considering the results, it is now time to truly just roll up our sleeves, put our boots on, tighten them up, and get to work.
The Beyond the Ballot event is part of a local initiative to ensure that Black students are staying civically engaged after the election. The panelists stressed that even though the election is over, the fight for civil rights is not. In Greensboro, North Carolina, Avery Patterson, Aggie News.
Thank you, Avery. Civic duty never ends, so Aggies are sure to continue pressing toward the mark.
With that in mind, there's room for engagement beyond the ballot and beyond your time in college. We have a great example of that with one of our own Aggie News and Crosby alumna, Elena White. She's getting back on the mic with the launch of her new podcast, Beyond the Diploma.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Lady E, and welcome to Beyond the Diploma.
Crosby alumna Elena White is doing big things post-grad and is making a name for herself with her new podcast, Beyond the Diploma.
I came out with Beyond the Diploma because I just mentioned I'm a recent college grad, but I also wanted to talk about how life is after graduation, identifying yourself beyond who you were in school, because when you're in school for the past 4 years, like that's your community, that's what you're used to. And then when you come out of school, you're kind of being shoved or like just jumping into this adult community where you're having to kind of figure things on your own, and then everything's kind of changing and different. And
To bring all graduates together, Elena not only speaks to college grads, but also to those who went straight into the workforce. Elena plans to continue to drop episodes and gain a deeper understanding of what life is truly like beyond the diploma. For Aggie News, I'm Olivia Brooks. Way to go, Elena. Aggies do, and they clearly never stop doing.
Let's take a look at how you can manage your mental health now through the rest of the semester and the holidays. To provide comfort during the journey to graduation, the Alvin V. Blunt Jr. Student Health Center hosted De-Stress Fest, a week dedicated to taking a break and recharging before finals week. During De-Stress Fest, students were able to engage in many relaxing activities such as sip and stretch, yoga, unwind with slime, affirmation station, and receive exam survival kits.
Final exams will start Monday, December 9th and run until Thursday, December 12th. Please check the university calendar to see when your final exams will take place.
After the break, a holiday weather update. Stay with us. You're watching Aggie News.
Let me tell you something about the tri-state area.
We have it all. Food, culture, business, the most unique people on the planet.
Diverse neighborhoods have diverse needs.
What happens here is just as vital as what happens here. That's why we live in the communities we serve.
Reporting for the communities we serve. So when big things happen, you get the answers you need now.
We know this because we live here too.
Welcome back to Aggie News. I'm meteorologist Chandler Anderson, here to bring you your weekly weather forecast. Today and tomorrow will be the last warmer days. Before a cold front will bring lower temperatures and a chance for rain across Guilford County. We start out this morning with the few clouds, leading to another sunny day. Humidity levels will be high, topping over 80%, with winds traveling southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The high will be 67 with a low of 52. This evening will also be a great opportunity to experience a vibrant sunset at 5:06 p.m. The 5-day outlook reflects partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the high 60s for Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday through Friday will be in the high to low 50s with a 30% rain chance on Thanksgiving Day. For those traveling for the holiday, grab your umbrellas and patience, take precaution, and stay safe. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Chandler. Well, for the Aggies who will not be going home for Thanksgiving, you are able to fellowship with one another and enjoy a free Thanksgiving meal at the United Fellowship Church on Sunday, November 24th.
A very thoughtful gesture. It was all made possible through a collaboration between the Aggie Source Rack and Food Pantry and United Friendship Church.
And transportation will be provided for those who are in need, so you're covered on all fronts. Just another example of how Aggies do.
Now we hope everyone enjoys the holidays, but there might be one ingredient that is off the menu or in need of a substitute this Thanksgiving. Several brands of organic carrots have been recalled after being linked to a deadly E. coli outbreak in 18 states.
The produce linked to the Grimway Farms have left 38 ill and 1 dead after being sold at Trader Joe's, Wegmans, Whole Foods, and more since August.
The CDC says the recalled carrots are no longer in stores, but the agency is urging everyone to check their refrigerators for the affected products and throw them away.
Well, you've got just that time to do that, but don't go too far. We've got more Aggie News after the break.
Can you feel it? The feeling that this building brings out. It roams all through these sacred halls. It's always been here, and it's essential to our history. It's in every class. The students feel it, and even our professors feel it too. It guides us to constantly strive for excellence and to transform the ordinary into something that is extraordinary.
Comes on, 2K Airy. This is.
It brings out the best in us, and it forces us to face the world with our heads held high. Because here, nothing less than your best is accepted. So if you can feel it too, you need to be here. Here at North Carolina A&T State University, Journalism and Mass Communication.
Welcome back to Aggie News. I'm Olivia Brooks. If you are a creative who may be in search of an outlet for all of your talent, the Artbound Initiative is a 3-month global internship program that coaches young adults to get opportunities in different types of creative fields. From places like New York, Chicago, to even Australia, students and recent graduates intern under elite companies for opportunities in advertising, fashion, media, and more. All students are encouraged to apply 3 to 6 months before their desired intern time. For more information on how to apply, go to artboundinitiative.com.
Speaking of creative outlets, one of the largest modeling organizations on campus, Verge Modeling Troupe, put on a show for A&T students on Tuesday of last week. Hosted by NCAT alumni CDK on the mic, students were taken to the toy box of Verge. Reporter Caitlin Parker has more on the event.
Fashion, fun, and feels describe the Verge Modeling Troupe into the Toy Box Show. The troupe celebrated its 25th anniversary in Harrison Auditorium on November 18th. Students, family, and friends came to enjoy 5 unique scenes dedicated to different toys and aspects of childhood. Some of these aspects included Forgotten Toys, G.I. Joe, and Barbie. President Sydney Fields showed much gratitude to her members and the audience for their support. Founded in fall of 1999 on the principles of elegance and poise, these diamonds definitely shone brightly on Tuesday night. This is Caitlin Parker with Aggie News.
If you're interested in joining Verge or attending one of their shows, you can find them on 1891 Connect or their Instagram at Verge Modeling.
Entrepreneurship is one of the many routes students will take after university or even during. The 725 Print Lab in High Point offers HBCU students that space. Jackson Gay has more.
Deep within High Point, North Carolina, sits the 725 Print Lab. What looks like an unsuspecting warehouse, however, actually holds a gem of creativity, holding a screen print workshop meant to educate and cultivate the future of fashion designers.
HBCU students, I see it like the new age of creatives is going to come from the HBCU ground, for sure. Because it's so much inspiration here, like.
What was originally set out just to give hands-on experience to the community has quickly turned into a pillar of uplifting students, showing them that the means of creation is possible if they just put it into their own hands.
Yeah, so the goal of this event is to provide like the students from A&T an opportunity to first see somebody that looked like them start a business like this, but it's also like to help kids see like that they can actually take their vision and actually build a business and make it happen.
This workshop represents more than just putting words on clothes. It represents the infinite potential that Black artists and future business owners can have if they just put it into their own hands. For Aggie News, this has been Jackson Gay reporting.
Thank you, Jackson. There is certainly room for each style of art in the triad. North Carolina A&T's Gospel Choir kicked off the 3rd annual Truth, Justice, and Reconciliation Summit with Harmony on Sunday, November 17th. Their soulful performance set the uplifting tone for the 3-day justice-themed conference hosted by the beloved Community Center. Aggies are making their voices heard once again, and they sure sound good.
I've never been much of a singer myself. Like, I've always been pretty trash. How about you?
I actually sung on the choir at church when I was younger.
Of course, of course. Okay, we will spare you the vocals from the news desk, but keep it locked. You're watching Aggie News.
Let me tell you something about the tri-state area.
We have it all. Food, culture, business, the most unique people on the planet.
Diverse neighborhoods have diverse needs.
What happens here is just as vital as what happens here. That's why we live in the communities we serve.
Reporting for the communities we serve. So when big things happen, you get the answers you need now.
We know this because we live here too.
Welcome back to Aggie News. I'm going to pass it to the sports reporter, Jordan Duncan. He's got some exciting wins and accomplishments to share.
Thank you, Kai. I'm going to jump right into it. Our Lady Aggies basketball team grabbed their first win against Winston-Salem State, and they have the chance to keep their foot on the gas with a huge rivalry game against NC Central. Micah Cannon has more.
As the Lady Aggies prepared to face the Winston-Salem Rams, the game was started by honoring in-cat women's basketball star Jordan Dorsey as she became the 15th Aggie to score 1,000 points, all of which coming in an Aggie uniform. The Aggies were going to have a really hot start with great hustle, dominant rebounding, and amazing foreplay against Winston-Salem. Now, while Winston-Salem was able to make some buckets, the Aggies ultimately dominated this game in what ended in a 26-point win. On Monday, our Lady Aggies have an even bigger game. As the 25th, they will be hosting rival North Carolina Central as they come into town. The Lady Aggies are 26-4 all-time against NCCU and will be looking to beat their rivals for the 6th straight contest and continue their momentum early into the new season. Let's pack out Corbett for what's sure to be one of the biggest sporting events of the entire year. This is Micah Cannon, and you are watching Aggie News.
With the Lady Aggies grabbing their first win, let's see how our men's team has started off the season. Your Aggies men's basketball team holds on to secure an 86-83 win over the Morgan State Bears, led by guard Ryan Force, who had an impressive stat line of 33 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. The Aggies offense came out firing in the first half, scoring 44 points. With this win, the Aggies improved to a record of 3-2. The team is now 7th in the CAA and hopes to keep this impressive offensive show going as they take on the Buffalo Bulls on Monday, November 25th. Basketball season is rolling, while our Lady Volleyball Aggies are starting their history-making postseason run. Our reporter Katrina Taylor has more on how these ladies are making their mark this season.
This puts us on the map, and that nobody ever underestimates us again.
The volleyball Lady Aggies look to continue their dominance as they move forward to CAA conference tournament play.
That's right. After just entering the CAA 2 seasons ago, they are already championship tournament bound. But wait, it doesn't just stop there. The freshman phenomenon, Tyne Ross, is your CAA Rookie of the Year.
The end goal is to try and help my team win. It's obviously nice to get this recognition, but I really try to stay humble and just move on to the next.
The star senior Hannah Howe is second team All CAA.
It feels like a really good bookend. I started and I made the Big South freshman team. And we were in a completely different conference, and that was our first time going to the conference tournament there. And now it's just like a really great ending.
And for the first time in North Carolina A&T history, a coach has been named Coach of the Year in the CAA, which is the Hal Clifton.
Well, we try not to focus too much on all the awards and the achievements, but it is definitely something special. It's something that we wanted to set out to do. It's where we need to be.
The stage was set to kick off the tournament Thursday afternoon versus Hofstra University. The Aggies gave it 101%, but it just wasn't enough to fight off the pride. After climbing from the number 11 seed to finishing top 5 in the CAA, this was definitely a season to remember.
We feel like we could have had a 20-win season, so I think we still left some work on the table to do.
That work will be put to test next fall for volleyball. Katrina Taylor, Aggie News.
What a promising fall sports season so far. We'll catch up next time. I'm Jordan Duncan. Let's go back to Kai and Olivia.
Thanks, Jordan. It's been a very great season.
Absolutely. Now, be sure to give thanks to someone you love and all of those you appreciate this season.
You know what? I'll continue the gesture by letting you know Aggie News is especially thankful for you. We appreciate your continuous support and trust in our broadcast.
Well said, Kai. That we are. We hope you have a happy holiday, and we'll see you next time on Aggie News.